keyword that's triggering. And this is why those earlier videos were showing you got to do a little bit of homework and research. Use the keyword tool to help you narrow it down a bit. And finally, we're going to add in Melbourne City restaurants, for example. Okay, so we've done that. That's your categories. And they're the ones you're going to be targeting, just as these were the ones we were targeting for all-time constructions. And remember that bit about the Sydney builders, adding these keywords up in here? I did this and then later on discovered that bit about the Google's quality guidelines. So I highly recommend that you just add in all-time constructions, if that's the name, or McDonald's or Betsy's shoes, whatever the business name is in the physical world. Then in the virtual world, just put it the same. Okay, so next we're going to look at. Okay, yeah. So next here we're going to look at the add additional details. Now this is where you want to go home. Well, not home, but go to town with your keywords targeting. So, Melbourne restaurants, for example, and then over here you're going to repeat it, the keyword, so it makes sense, because you don't want Google doing quality control checks and see that you're just enriching this area with just packed with keywords, and there's no sense. There's no, if the customer actually does click, you want them to be able to read it and still make sense. So for the best Melbourne restaurants, you can't go past McDonald's. I still don't know why I picked McDonald's, but anyway, you get the idea. So, let's have a look at what the other keyword was. Great food Melbourne. So, great food Melbourne. And yet again, you're going to have to use your creativity here and describe it. Simply looking for some great food. Food in. Well, you have to keep the keyword here, see. I look for some great food Melbourne. And, I mean, technically, you can get away with that and people think you've made a typo. So, you can't beat McDonald's, for example. Alright, so I'm going to take you back to this listing here, and let's have a look what we did here. So we had Restoration Sydney, and at all-time constructions, we had track history. You can rest assured that your home builders will get your renovations completed. Short, simple, enriched with keywords, and that's what you're aiming for. Builders Sydney is the next one, and yet again, all-time constructions, Builders Sydney, bringing plans to life. Now that one's a little bit touch it and go, but technically I would leave it, because this is the keyword that you're going for, Builder Sydney. And, a few punctuation marks, and that would actually work. So let's go to the next one, Home Builder. And there's no Sydney here, so maybe that's something that could be added. But home builder, and then this, the description of that, Sydney home renovations, and then it goes into that. Home builders, home additions, Sydney home extensions, and on and on. Now, as I said, this is where you want to enrich this listing with those keywords that you narrow down to. So that means you've got 40 additional details to add in here, then go for it, because there's no limit here. That's the point. There is no limit except what you put in here. So technically, we could probably beef this up a bit more. Though the clients are pretty happy with what's happening with the traffic and the results, but it's still got a ways to go yet. And as you can see, they've got their photos and videos. There's the videos, and they've got the photos in here, and they're going to be covered in separate videos of what we're going to do with those. But for now, that's what we're looking at when we're tweaking our listings. The keywords in here, and the keywords yet again in nice, neat, tidy sentences. Not too long, because Google will pull you up for that. But I highly advise push it to limits, and also for your description up here. And that pretty much wraps up this video. In the next one, we'll be looking at we'll be looking at the videos and what to do with your videos if you haven't actually got any videos, how to go about making it for free, where to go, and I'll see you then. So until then, do well, and I'll speak to you soon.